Flammables by Garbo. Prologue, June 2014. Checkpoint sign just outside Washington, D.C. Your visit to a trusted municipality, or trust. The District of Columbia welcomes visitors during daylight hours 365 days a year. Municipal greeting stations are staffed from 0600 to 1600 hours. Because wait queues do extend into unsecured regional areas, potential visitors are responsible for self-assessment of options near dark. Do not bring youngsters under 8 years of age to a greeting station before 0500 hours or after 1800 hours, as young children are unable to utilize the night protocol below. Night protocol. If darkness falls before your place in the queue has reached a greeting station, it is recommended that you seek shelter in a vehicle with grille-type windows. If this is not feasible, seek shelter under a large vehicle withdrawing arms and legs and maintaining silence. Tips to increase safety for you and your family. The safest place for you and your loved ones is inside a locked vehicle with grille-type windows. Travelers in vehicles with breakable glass openings should park next to another vehicle so that vulnerable access points are blocked by friendly vehicles. Travel to our trusted municipality by open-top vehicle, such as a Jeep or convertible, or vehicles with handlebars, such as motorcycle, moped, or bicycle, is hazardous even during daylight, and arrival times between 0900 and 1400 hours are strongly suggested. Pets. We are sorry, but your pets cannot be accommodated unless latched into an approved carrier no larger than 36 inches long by 24 inches wide by 24 inches deep. A pre-measured pass-through opening is available at responder substations in most unsecured regions, where you could determine your carrier's suitability before your visit. Making your greeting station experience efficient and pleasant. Number 1. Have ID ready and turn it toward the scanner eye. Wait until the blinking LED indicator turns green. Number 2. The following disallowed items cannot be brought into any trusted municipality and must be deposited into the orange DI bins just outside each body scan pass-through. Items on the DI list include candles, cigarette lighters, liquid fuel or butane, matches, wand-type charcoal lighters, pre-treated fireplace logs, charcoal briquettes, lighter fluid, wood kindling, flint and steel, styrofoam, gasoline, kerosene, liquid paraffin, lamp oil, blow torches, welding equipment, flamethrowers, camping lanterns unless fitted with an electric bulb, flares, fireworks, gunpowder including black powder, sulfur. Disposing of disallowed items before you begin the entry process will greatly shorten the wait time for all. Number 3. Trust officers are easily recognized by their photo badges worn on a lanyard. If you have any questions about the authenticity of a photo badge presented by anyone you don't recognize, most digital devices have a downloadable application which allows instant comparison of any badge's hologram with the image stored in the municipal database. Number 4. Your safety is our top priority. However, the District of Columbia's enforcement panel or its authorized personnel cannot be held responsible for material damages or loss of life. Chapter 1. Grand Ballroom, Regal Hotel, Cook County Midplex. "But they're evil," said Josie, trying to take the modified butane charcoal lighter wand away from Cameron. "They want to live, we want to live," said Cameron, swiftly moving the long, narrow lighter to her other hand and cradling it against her hip. Josie stopped trying to grab the wand, though Cameron stayed ready for a clumsy surprise move from The Art of War. "The Americans took their land from the Indians," Cameron continued, as she eyed a dazed-looking man with slumped shoulders who wandered around the gathering without sampling any of the cheese, crackers, or fruit laid out for the guests. There was a long row of shiny metal chafing dishes, but the slump-shouldered man ignored these as well. "The Spanish took their land from the Indians," said Cameron, "and those Indians rode horses they probably took from other Indians. It's what people do." "Viral entities aren't people," said Josie, who then sprang for the charcoal lighter. Cameron gently blocked the move with a crooked elbow and a one-sided smile. "I know," said Cameron. "I hate them. You know I hate them as much as you do, Josie." She turned her body slightly so that she could watch a blurred reflection of the slump-shouldered man on the tarnished surface of a buffet dish cover which leaned against a false spray of dogwood branches jammed into a plastic urn colored to simulate terracotta. The large rectangular lid afforded a good view of the west end of the Regal Hotel's shabby ballroom. Other than the slump-shouldered man who had turned away from the buffet table to wander through the sparse gathering, all the guests at the summer get-together were definitely human. They ate constantly, though politely, breaking crackers in half to make them last longer, nibbling at small bits of cheese or apple. The guests, whose number had dwindled to a couple of dozen by late afternoon, mostly looked happy and relaxed, though a few people glanced often at the 3 assigned firekeepers: Cameron, near the sterno-heated chafing dishes; Hyde, in a tuxedo, who lounged near the flickering gas fireplace which burned without heat on this warm June afternoon; and Jack, stationed near a multi-height display of blue, gold, and silver metallic finish candles mounted on ridged columns. Hyde, glaring at random guests as though he'd just exposed them as VEs, flipped a red and black box of kitchen matches over and over in his scarred right hand, the wooden matchsticks rattling with each twirl of the box. Cameron took a thin slice of Munster from a nearby platter and continued talking quietly to Josie, who held a rose-painted china cup under the spout of a coffee urn. "We can't just set fire to anybody who looks weird. When the sun goes down, the night will show us what's what." "But then the whole situation's out of control," hissed Josie from behind the rim of the rose-painted china cup, half filled with Sanka, obviously lukewarm, with separating swirls of creamer hovering at the surface. The last transformative had 7 or 8 VEs jumping out of it. She glared at her cup of instant decaf. 3 firekeepers in one room, and my lousy Sanka's cold." "Sorry, Josie," said Cameron, who moved quickly to the 15-gallon urn sitting over an unlit burner. Her butane lighter wand had been modified to throw flame, so Cameron stood well back before touching the trigger to light the canned fuel under the huge urn. "Water'll be hot in a minute." Looking up from the sterno flame into the reflection in the upturned chafing dish lid, Cameron definitely saw the slump-shouldered man turn to view the flash of flame with curiosity and dislike. He looked like a dog staring at a delivery step van, recognizing that something threatening might approach his owner's front door. Cameron saw Josie notice the man's reaction to the bright blue flame, and she tightened her grip on the lighter. Even if the guy was a VE, she couldn't let Josie appoint herself a firekeeper and torch the creature out in this public place. Cameron did understand Josie's naked fear. She had plenty of fear herself. They lived in Cook County, an unsecured region, and not in a trusted municipality like D.C. or Detroit. Cook County had neither federally controlled clone soldiers nor the tough enforcement of the gangbangers. The local people cared about saving their own skins. Cameron did too. She knew that a VE would get her eventually, but she was trying to push that event far out into the future. 2040 would be good, maybe, but right now she was interested in ringing in New Year's Day 2015 with the rest of the surviving world. New York was gone, which meant no Times Square crowd watching the lighted ball drop, but several of the trusts had mock Times Squares of their own. Cameron had heard that the hologram drop in Iowa City was especially good. Maybe she, Cameron, would find a way over the Missouri River to join her sister to see the Iowa City shebang. So she didn't blame her neighbors in Cook County for refusing to confront the VE invasion full force without regard for their own lives, health, and material well-being. Everybody wanted to walk around, breathe, and eat. Cameron took a last thin slice of Munster from the nearly empty platter. Her stomach was full, but this would be the last real cheese she'd get till the fall get-together. She looked at Josie, whose panic about the possible intruder had been soothed by a hot cup of instant decaf, and she again relaxed her tight grip on the lighter wand.